Well, Sarah, we promised a famous weekend in the Champions League, and so we had a famous weekend. I've never hidden my love of Liverpool, so it wasn't the best Saturday for me. Great event though at the Rec Room, by the way. The parlay did a great job. Tons of fun until the final whistle, of course. But a really, I'd say it's a great game. It was a really good game, I think.
Yeah.
And in the end, it's very difficult to criticize the result because Real Madrid had their tactics set out from the opening whistle, stuck with them, and I thought Ancelotti well deserved his fourth Champions League trophy.
Very much so. And I think, Liverpool came out, I think, at the beginning, a much stronger side. But as you said, Real had their tactics. They knew what they were doing. And overall, I do think the better team won. I don't think it was like one of those uneven matches or there was, a terrible call. I'm happy we didn't see any reds. With the final, I think everyone can walk away being like, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, there was a goal called off late in the first half for
Yeah.
Real Madrid, which I don't think should have been called off.
Yeah.
Even though it was against a run of play. So I'm thankful there wasn't any controversy around it. And when
Yeah.
people say, oh, well, Real was just fortunate because they had Thibaut Courtois. Well, he is a member of Real Madrid, right? He's part of that team.
Yeah.
And he was incredible. So good for him. What upset me was I missed out on some crazy odds, right? I put some money down on this. Get this, right? So I got the draw on the money line, all right? Combined with under 2.5, all right? Vinicius Junior goal and a Mo Salah goal, right? Now, had Salah scored one of those opportunities against Courtois, one of them, it could have been the draw,
Yeah.
right? Could have been 1-1, and it would have taken the under. Plus 9,077 for them. So, Thibaut Courtois, I don't like you very much.
Yeah.
You cost me some skin this
that-
weekend. So that's what I'm most bitter about this at the
Yeah, I
moment.
bet. No, that was a great setup though. I'm surprised you really like that could have genuinely
Right?
happened.
I know. It was that close. One
Yeah.
of those saves didn't happen, and that's what happens, right? And people laughed at me, oh, that one, don't put the money on that. Don't. That's how close. That's how close we were. It's a really busy week coming up
Yes.
across football. Just when you think you can take a day off and just relax. No, we've got Nations League games, World Cup qualifying. We'll get to all these throughout the week, some big games. What's standing out to you in the Nations League?
So on Thursday we have Spain versus Portugal. I know I'm biased, but I don't think anyone is not going to be looking forward to this game. It's a huge match. Biggest news in the lineups that I saw was Ansu Fati is back for Spain, which is really exciting because he just came back to Barcelona just at the end of the season there, scored, I think 2, came back and immediately his first game back scored. He's a fantastic player. If he can keep his form, I think he can be amazing for not only Barca, but of course Spain. So that's huge for the Spanish team. No Joao Felix for Portugal. We know they have, of course, the big man Ronaldo. They also have Jota, but I still was a bit surprised by it. Not that they're lacking at all. And also Pepe, still in the squad after all these years.
How is that possible, by the way?
I'm not sure. I was a little taken aback by that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really close game. Right now in the rankings, Spain is 7th, Portugal's 8th. Very close. They're in the same group for this Nations League. They have to play each other twice. First game is going to be in Sevilla at the Benito Villamarín, so Spain has the home advantage. And I am struggling to see who's going to come out of this game winning, potentially.
It's tight. I mean, I think Spain's a better team than Portugal. Simple as that. But of course, there's a Ronaldo factor. Even though I think they're a better team without him, I think there's so much focus on him internationally. You want to see a Joao Felix, the future, getting his minutes, and that might not happen properly until Ronaldo leaves. But at least there's important competitive football to look forward to internationally right now.
Yeah.
I know people criticize the Nations League. I don't mind it. I despise friendlies, and I have a piece today on the parlay talking about that. But yeah, listen, overall competitive games and getting us warmed up for what should be a great World Cup. Speaking of which, World Cup qualifying isn't just done. Still a few spots left, including Scotland taking on Ukraine. That much delayed game, of course. And I feel a bit sorry for Scotland here. It's at Hampden Park, though, in fairness. They could qualify for the first time since 1998. The winner of this game plays Wales, by the way. I feel bad for them because the entire world wants Ukraine to win this for obvious reasons, what they're going for. It's a very emotional game for Yarmolenko, Zinchenko, enormous. If they can get a result against Scotland, I know it's sport and we understand it's not that important, but it would lift the morale of a country that really needs their morale lifted right now. So big games coming up. Scotland, Ukraine Wednesday. June the 5th, the winner takes on Wales.
Yeah.
As I mentioned. June the 7th, UAE against Australia in a Confederation playoff. The winner of that takes on Peru on June the 13th, and then June the 14th, Costa Rica, New Zealand. And of course, with CONCACAF, we thought Canada might be in that spot, but thankfully they're not.
Yeah.
But massive games coming up, and by the end of this month, we'll know who exactly will be at the World Cup come November and December. It's getting interesting. The club football was great, but now it's the time for the international football to shine.